And this, my friends, is why I will go down with the ship that Weight Watchers Studios, like the 2 studios that are still around, need to have the InBody scales or some sort of scale that measures more and beyond just your weight. Because hear me out. So I haven't been going to the Weight Watchers studio to get on the scale. And if you don't know why, or you haven't watched my previous videos, it's because I just can't mentally take that anymore. Doing everything right during the week, tracking, exercising. You don't need to do more than that. And Weight Watchers will tell you, everyone will tell you who's lost any amount of weight, you don't really need to do more than that, than track your food and exercise. Some people will say that it's even just track your food, like you don't need to exercise. But anyways, I digress. And just doing those 2 things that are right and not seeing the scale go down, it mentally just ruined me, because you do want to see that payoff. It's not all about the scale, yeah, but at the same time, when you're doing things right and the one form of measurement you have is saying that you're not doing it right, it's weird. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't hit right. And so I just couldn't do it anymore. So I just said, okay, for the summer at least, let me not get on the scale. But the gym I go to has the InBody scale. And if you have a membership with them, you get to use the InBody scale and you get to go on it and it does your body scan for you, right? So I've been doing that. And so last month I was really down because I had gone up in weight. I had gone up in body fat, blah, 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 blah. But last Wednesday, I got it again and I was down like 1.6 pounds. And yeah, I would be so sad that, only down 1.6 pounds in a month. Ugh. But here's the kicker. I was up in muscle and I think down in body fat. I think I was up a lot in muscle. So yeah, that made me so happy. That relieved such a huge burden. And I just seeing that just put everything into a whole different perspective. And I still do not understand why people don't want those scales in Weight Watchers studios. I've heard it from members, actual members sitting there that, it's not active. It's not accurate. Those scales aren't accurate. And I'm just sitting there scratching my head like, huh? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, brother? What do you mean? No scale is accurate. Would you say that the Weight Watchers scales right now are accurate in the studios? Would you say that your home scale is accurate? Like 100% accurate? No. But here's my thing, that just getting on that scale and seeing that number, and my gym scale is the same as the Weight Watchers scale. It tells you the same, because when I got weighed in at Weight Watchers, it would tell me the same weight on that scale. So that part is accurate. And yeah, sure, maybe I didn't gain muscle. Well, no, but I feel like I did. I feel like muscles in my body, and okay, maybe it's not 100% accurate, but it's still 80%. Maybe it's like 70% accurate. But beyond that, it goes beyond that. It's just the mental aspect of it that just makes you feel better and makes you feel like, okay, yeah, I only lost a pound this month, but dang, girl, look, I gained muscle. And that just puts a whole new spin on things. It just changes things up. Makes me feel better about my journey, makes me not feel bad about myself, or makes me feel like, I'm not actually doing anything. Now, yes, it did go the other way too. Like that second month when I was up a pound, like up, I don't know how much I was up, but I was also up body fat and things like that. Yeah, and I guess from that point of view, I do understand, like, what if it's showing the opposite? I don't know, but this is why it's important to have those scales at the Weight Watchers studios, like the 2 that are still around. Mine's one of them, because I strongly believe that people seeing that, it's just going to put you in a whole different mental aspect. Whereas if you get on the scale and it's like, you're up a pound. Dang. That sucks. But then seeing like, you're up a pound, but you built this muscle, that's part of it, and you have a lot of water retention, So you didn't act, I don't know. I think just adding more elements to it is helpful and alleviates some of the anxiety, some of the ughness about it. And I know people are so hell-bent on not having those skills in the meetings, but, and I still don't understand why. I still don't, because no, they're not 100% accurate. But wouldn't it be, but if your whole thing, why I'm doing this, and like 99% of the people doing Weight Watchers will say that I'm doing this for my health, if that's it, then don't you want the whole holistic picture? Like, don't you, well, it's not 100% accurate. Okay, but these aren't 100% accurate, these Fitbits or the Apple Watches, whatever you have. Mine's a Fitbit. The measuring spoons you have aren't 100% accurate. The kitchen scale you have isn't 100% accurate. So what's the problem here? Like, why don't you want it? Why wouldn't you want that information? And I think I know the answer. I think I do. I think it's because people who are saying that are just scared to see the truth. They're scared to see that, yeah, I'm losing weight, but I'm also losing muscle. You don't want to see that. And I get it. Like, if it's, oh, well, I'm losing weight, but yeah, I'm losing weight, but I'm also losing the muscle that goes along with it. And it's not actually the body fat I'm losing or whatever. I get how that sucks. And you don't want to see that. I totally understand. But again, if your whole thing is health, then wouldn't you want to see that just so you can do something about it? I don't know. That's just me, but I feel good about it. And then this last week I did go a little crazy daisy and I didn't track or anything, but I'm back on it today. I just feel like if I go off track 2 days, it kills my progress, any progress. I will start going back to weighing in at the studios come September, which I don't want to do, but I do need to constantly check in, blah, 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 blah. I don't know, it's a whole mess. So you might be like, well, okay, you're doing this again for the millionth time. What's the difference? I'll tell you what the difference is now. I feel a huge difference. The first is, and I've said this in other videos, but I'm going to say it again so it hits home. I have more, I'm not going to say hobbies, but I'm doing more things now, more physical things. I'm not just sitting there binging Netflix. As fun as that is, my attention span can't even watch TV for that long anymore, but it can't. Like, I don't even watch YouTube videos because I can't. Like, it's TikTok, like, at 2 times the speed. I just can't. But I'm doing more physical things now. Like, I'm on this whole home organizing kick these days. So what that does is it distracts me from the fact that, oh, let's just mindlessly eat. Whereas if I'm just sitting there watching TV, like, yeah, I want to just mindlessly eat. I'm not one of those who gets distracted by the content on the television. But I do that. So that's definitely different. I do go on more walks. I do get a lot more steps in. Not 10,000, but I do get a lot more steps in. I've been making my foods. I'm not starving, because when I was 140 whatever pounds, I was not eating as much, and that's what I need to do in order to lose weight. It's so annoying, but all I would have was salads with chicken, and I would have a little turkey rolled with avocado, which isn't bad. None of that is bad, but I just don't think it's doable for me forever. So maybe I'll go back to doing that. I don't know yet. That might have been it, but yeah, I'm eating a little bit more, which might be the thing, but I'm still eating within my points. So that's what's different. My food, my activity, getting more activity in. I think that's it, really. And I'm indulging a little bit more. I'll have an office donut. If there's donuts at the office, I'm gonna have one. I'm not gonna do the little tips and tricks like, oh, but be sure to cut it in half. No, girl, I don't want to cut it in half. I'm eating the whole thing. Sorry. That's just it. I'm just reframing how I go about weight loss. So that's it, really. That is it, really. Is it working? So far it's not, but I do blame the heat too. Like, I do blame the heat. I probably do need to drink more water. I'm always outside in the sun, so it's probably the heat making me expand. I know, but that's how it's going for me. So yes, not this. Starting in September, I will be doing weekly weigh-ins again. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, and let me know how it's going for you. Thank you. Bye.